What's good, YouTube? It's Rage Rail. So in today's video, I want to show you guys this Team and Scheme series part 6. And in part 6, we're actually going to be breaking down the Packers and what I believe is the best formation to use with the Packers. So if you enjoy this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn on post notifications. So just like I told you guys, this series, we're in part 6, so aka team number 6. And if you guys kind of like the series, please drop a like on the video. It truly means a lot to me, and it lets me know that, hey, you guys are really enjoying this little series. So for those of you guys that might be new, basically I'm doing a series where I pick I'm gonna end up picking every single team in the league. And this is Bregs based, but you can use it on Mutt, obviously. But I'm gonna show you guys what I believe is the best scheme to use with that particular team. Now, we are actually inside the Packers playbook. Again, we're inside the Packers offensive playbook. And I just want to say, just because, you know, I picked the team doesn't mean I'm going to use their playbook. It's just the Packers are a really, you know, universal team. So you can really use any scheme with the Packers and it'll be good just because of A-Rod, Devontae. You know, they have a nice offensive line, you know, a couple of good offensive linemen. And, of course, Robert Tonyan, you know, my Valdez-Scantling, who's 90-something speed. So like I said, they have a lot of good weapons, so you can really use any scheme. But I chose this one just because Pack Trips is actually really good. So what makes it good is that we can actually naturally get 4 receivers out there. So anytime you have 4 receivers and A-Rod, is going to be overrated. So that's why I'm just choosing Pack Trips for this particular video. So if you guys want to see me use a team plus a scheme, let me know in the comments like what team and what scheme to use. And I'll definitely, you know, look into that. And if I love it, then I'll actually, like if I love the combo of it, then I'll actually bring that video to you guys. So without further ado, man, let's get into it. So Pack Trips, what I love to do personally, I love to actually put my best receiver right here in this position where number 13 is. Well, it just depends. I'll let you know why I say that. But to start off, I love to put my best receiver here, and I love to put my fastest receiver normally in this spot right here. So we're going to take Valdez-Scantling, and we're actually going to switch him right here, and then we're going to just take St. Brown. Now, actually, St. Brown has 90 speed, so he's good where he's at. And who's that? Alan Lazard. Yeah, we're good, because Randall Cobb isn't the fastest. So this is exactly how I would do my personnel. Now, as far as plays, you're going to see me running game. I really love the Packer smash. I love, where is it at? Right here. Let me find it. I love this halfback angle, and I love the curls. Those are my 3 favorite passing plays to run. Obviously, these other pass plays are pretty good too, but those are my top 3. So what makes this formation nice, it actually has a halfback base and it has inside zone. And plus, I already did a video on this particular scheme. So if you guys want to see that, I'll try to remember to link it here to the actual like video I put out on this formation at first. But in today's video, I actually want to take a look at a halfback angle. And I want to show you guys a setup that I really love. And I know I did a setup on this in the past, but this is basically just another setup for you guys. And then we're going to hop right into gameplay. So just kind of quickly show you versus cover 3, cover 2, cover 4 drop, and man coverage. Like I said, it's going to be quick because I don't want to take up too much of you guys' time because I want you to be able to check out this gameplay. Because it's about like a 10-minute gameplay, of course. And you guys know I kind of condensed my gameplay down to only show offense. So here we go right here. So what I love to do is actually either A, take X, put him on a drag and then motion him over, or B, I'll take R1, put him on a drag, and I'll take X, put him on an out route, and I'll smart route his out route, and then I'll motion it over. So you might be running that rail. What's the difference? And I'll just kind of show you here. So notice how we motion everything, you know, nobody else moves or nothing like that. You know, cool, right? So let me go ahead and motion them back, and then let me show you why I don't like this other setup in particular. So I'm actually going to reset the play just to get R1 back on its natural drag route, excuse me, out route. So watch what happens when I take X, put him on a drag, and I motion him over. So notice how the outside receiver moves in. I don't know, I just don't like it as much, you know, but the same concept is still going to work. So look at X. So basically, it's going to be a high-low read between the drag and the angle route. And that backside post is what makes this play really, really good, I would say, because sometimes you can split those zone coverages, like match coverage, excuse me. You could actually bomb match coverage a lot of times with that. But let me show you why I like this. So anyway, I love this setup right here to motion them across, just because our outside receiver stays outside. That's why I like it, honestly. But anyways, it's just simple read. So look at R1, and you see triangle is going to get open right there in that gap too. Now you probably should lowball that. Definitely lowball that if like that CPU's right there. But just quickly, I'll show you because I don't want to keep running this all day and everything like that. You guys see it. But basically, right here, drag route to this combo right here, and you're basically picking on this guy right here. So it's just pretty much a flood concept, if you will, because the user's most likely always going to take this, honestly. And sometimes if they don't, this route will actually stop and it'll like settle up and actually keep going. You guys are gonna see what happened in gameplay. But anyway, I don't want to get into that just yet. But anyways, I want to show you why I like this, because you can actually bomb cover 2 for a 1-play touchdown if they're not putting their middle third. So I'll show you that here, and then after that we're gonna get into gameplay, because I really don't want to show you all this, because you'll see all this in game, and I want to make sure I make this video go by as fast as possible. So here we go. I will show you against man coverage too. I know I lied. I'm sorry, y'all. I just want to show y'all this. But look at square. So basically square is going to be able to split those safeties, and then you'll basically have a one-play touchdown against cover 2 every single time. So no matter what the user does, we're going to have that post route that's going to get over the top. So cover 4 drop, I'll show you that next. Now, unfortunately, I don't believe this play will actually bomb cover 4 drop. But we'll definitely try it out and see though. It might. No, because that streak. So what if we might be able to just do something like this maybe. You guys should probably run it this way and bomb cover 4 drop. I kind of want to see, because with that streak on the field, we wouldn't be able to get past that quarter out there. So this might be able to bomb cover 4 drop. Yep. Okay, cool. So I got a terrible pass animation, but I'll run it for you one more time. But you can actually bomb cover 4 drop. So if somebody's just sitting in cover 4 drop, or they're playing, you know, match coverage, but they're zone dropping, which is essentially cover 4 drop. Sometimes people don't realize that. Then this is actually a nice setup to actually beat it. And actually you don't have to motion anybody, which is really good. So I'm gonna spy them a couple more. I'm gonna spy 2 people just so I can have a little bit of time in the pocket. But you can let that route run. So notice how you can let that route run. You can just throw it right over their head and potentially, you know, bomb them for a one-play touchdown against cover 4 drop. So if you want to do that, just remember all you have to do is take your outside guy, put him on a hitch. Now also man coverage is cool too. And I promise after this we're getting right into gameplay. So man coverage is cool just because there's a lot you can do out of it because it's angle route. But I already put out this on the particular video what I like. But just to kind of give you another setup, I guess, one thing I do like to do. Well, I didn't mean to do that. Let's just start a ball. I didn't mean to do that. But basically, you're going to take X, put them on a slant. That's literally it, because you're going to have a 2-sided read. So that way you don't have to motion anybody if you don't want to. So show you that real quick, then we'll hop right into the gameplay. So I'm going to spy these guys just so I can have a tiny bit of time, because sometimes pass rush is crazy. But simple setup for man coverage is literally this right here. And you can always, if you want to, you can always take circle, put them on a drag route if you want to. Now what this is going to do is just isolate, and you'll be able to tell if they're playing purples or not. And you can take R1 and smart route his route. So notice how if I don't smart route it, this is how it was stock. But if we smart route it, he'll run it out at the 10-yard marker, which is going to be a lot better. So now we have an angle route, a slant, and we have a backside post that we can read, and you'll still be able to split man coverage down the middle, as you can tell. So if you have just a nice receiver, you don't get a bad animation like that, you can actually score a potential touchdown with that. So real quick, I'll hop into replay really quick just to show you, and then we'll be right into gameplay. So like I said, you have an easy read between the slant, and then basically read between the slant and the angle route. And if they're doing funny stuff, you can actually throw this right here. Now I got a terrible animation, but you can tell this is nothing but space out here. That's an easy throw most of the time if you don't get like a bad throw animation or something. But regardless, you can tell we have the slant, we have the angle route, the out route, you have that too, so you can always read that too as well. And you have the backside drag that can get open if they're shading over the top. But anyways, man, let's go and dive right into this gameplay. So you can see right here we are facing off against the Saints. And man, I hate bringing videos where I'm playing against the Saints. I actually can't wait to do the Saints. I'm just not sure when I want to do them. So I really want to do the meta teams first and just kind of get those meta teams out the way, and then actually start doing some of the off meta style teams. But anyways, this is the actually show you guys this first play just so you can kind of understand what happened and why it happened. But you can tell nothing was really open. Play great defense. I mean, it's not hard not to play great defense with the Packers. Is right there. You know, we are going to get the pick. And honestly, I believe this is only my 3rd time ever using the Packers so far in Madden 22, because I try really hard not to use this team, just because I feel like you should never lose using the Packers. I mean, obviously some things you can't control, so you're bound to lose maybe 1 or 2 games, but I mean, their team is really so good that you have no business losing with them. They have, you know, nothing but sheds online. They have Kenny Clark, Zadarius Smith, and then of course you got speed on the back end, Stokes, you know, G. Alexander, Adrian Amos. Like, their defense is loaded, their offense is loaded. You really have no business losing, especially with A-Rod and all the abilities they give this dude. But yeah, you can tell this is exactly how I love to do my audibles right here. And yeah, there's other formations you can run with the Packers. Don't just think, oh, you know, this is the best formation used with the Packers. No, it's not necessarily the best. It's just the one you'll probably run into the most, because most people, when they pick the Packers, they normally just pick the Packers playbook, because the Packers playbook is pretty good though. So it's one of the more popular, you know, team combos. That's why I chose it, because most of the time when you play the Packers, they're going to be using the Packers playbook, and they're going to be using pack trips, you know, at some point. So you're going to see this formation a lot. So that's why I decided to do a video, so you can kind of see exactly how I would run it. So maybe you are one of those people who love to pick the Packers and stay in pack trips, because it's really a fun formation though, to be honest with you. But right here you can tell this is another setup, and I really wanted square so bad. I just wanted to I just really didn't want to throw a pick. Now had I put circle on like a basically a bubble, then I would have had a 1-play touchdown, honestly, because that bubble would have matched. So that quarter would have matched with that because of how cover 9 works with the match principles. And if you guys want to see a match principle style video where I go over how match coverage works against what, then let me know and I could definitely do that, because I know I did that like at the end of the year last year, and I'm thinking about doing like an updated one. So right here, he set the corner blitz. So I had my out route, but I just didn't see it. I was waiting on my crosser to get open, and that's another setup that I really love too. So that play, like I told you guys, is going to be, I'll tell you when it gets there. I actually forgot the name of it, but basically you're going to motion over that corner. I was going to turn into a post, and it's going to get over the top of every single zone coverage. Now, sometimes the hook curl will match with it, but regardless, it's still fine because that's still your receiver versus a linebacker that's matched into man coverage. And anytime you have that happen, we are going to have the advantage. But yeah, so one of you guys probably realize my run stick is not good, but you know. And also another thing too, with this curl flat play, I actually love to have the trips to the short side of the field. And the reason why is so we can have room for that post route to actually clear over a lot of the zones. Now, you definitely don't have to run it that way, but I personally suggest you do is right here. Just look, like I'm literally just getting hollered at, you know. So the Saints, I know their defense is great in real life. I mean, top tier easily. And y'all know something? With my boy Tyrann Mathieu being on the Saints, hey, I don't know. We looking like we playoff bound. I don't know. I mean, we got the Bucks, but I mean, who else we got in our division? Who else? The Bucks and who? Like the Panthers, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I really want to see the Panthers kind of do good low key, but not just get in the playoffs. So I want them to do better than the Falcons. But Falcons just need all kind of help. But they did just draft. Who did they just draft? They just drafted somebody that I really liked. Oh, the quarterback. I think his name's Desmond Ridder. Yeah, so they might be pretty good. We'll see. All right, I'm not gonna cap. They're not. I don't know. We just talking about the Falcons, the same one who blew the freaking 28-3 lead against the Patriots. But yeah, this is another one of my favorite plays right here. So pretty much all you're gonna do is take circle, put them on an out route, smart route. So we're gonna have an easy read. So I could have had, well, it depends on the defense, but right there, since A-Rod, you're actually able to throw that. Now, one thing I do want to say is I'm an ignorant person sometimes when I'm doing these videos. So basically, you've got to see right here, if I want to run the ball, a lot of times you can just sit here and just spam the run play. So notice how we're going to get great blocking, because between the halfback base and the inside zone, if somebody comes down on a 3-down line in front and it's not like a nickel 3-3-5 normal, you're going to be able to tote the ball. So if they're in some type of light set like this, you should just literally run the ball every play. Now, I don't like doing that because what I'm doing for these videos is showing you, hey, this is how good this offense could be. It's not like, hey, this is how good I can run the ball. It's right there. Like I said, my run stick is bad, okay? Get off me, all right? I pass the ball. That's what I do. I don't like running the ball. I feel like I'm just, I don't know, playing like a bot when I run the ball, because I just feel like it's not as fun, man, because I like to be able to make reads and, you know, feel like I'm picking apart your defense instead of just, you know, relying on those animations. But, oh, this is another one of my favorite setups right here. So, basically, I took the slot receiver, put him on a flat route, and I took the outside receiver and put him on the end route. Now, normally that combo is going to open up that little spot, so notice how circle is open. And also, what's nice about this is that post route can actually beat man coverage. Now, I waited a little while before I threw it because it was matched, and I actually wanted to let that wide receiver run away from that safety. So that's why I did hold on for half a second, because I didn't want G. Alexander to be able to come back and pick it, because I noticed that, you know, the streak was going to push him back, so I needed to create that separation so he wouldn't have enough time, you know, to make it back and actually pick me off. So anyways, right, like I said, look at the formation, and I don't understand how that happened, but we have some great run stick. Like I said, it's not terrible, but I can't consistently do that, you know. Like sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't, you know, but I don't know. But right here, you can tell we do get the ball back. I believe he threw a pick. Yep, so let's see what happened. He just chunked off his back foot. But yeah, we have guys there. So I think he was trying to have a beat. Yeah, he tried to have a beater on me. And we actually played cover 4 drop. I remember that play, because we played cover 4 drop. And then I went and baited him, came back, and then actually the safety ended up picking it off. Thought it was crazy. But anyways, this is the setup I was telling you guys right here in practice mode. So what another great setup, like I said, is putting him on a curl route. Excuse me. So right here, you can basically tell. So all that, I remember this. So if you guys go back and look, I had the running back. I was actually staring at the running back route, and I was waiting on him to chop his feet and break up. But yeah, I just literally hit the wrong button. I do that so much, you know, because I was staring down that safety. No, I was staring at that linebacker, and I was waiting on him to kind of move out the way. And then yeah, Just made the wrong read, but hey, it happens though. But this right here is the setup I was telling you guys. So you're just gonna take that corner out and motion them over. It's gonna turn into a motion over post, and you can tell we have a flood concept that we just created. So right here we're just making a read between square and R1, and we notice that he's gonna let R1 just run open. So we're gonna go ahead and take it, and that's what's nice about A-Rod, because you know he can throw on a run too. I think he just has a slower release when he throws on a run, but he's still really accurate, of course, because it is A-Rod. So like I said, man, the Packers, you really have no business losing with them. But right here is actually one of my favorite setups for when people want to try to use a hook curl defender. So basically, I'm going to have to make the user choose between X and circle. So notice how I could have had either one, but we went ahead and hit X, and we're going to take our yards. Now, unfortunately, I had to blow my last time out. I wouldn't have had enough time to spike the ball because you know how Madden is. So at this point, I'm just thinking, okay, you know, I got the ball. You know, he got the ball first, and so I get ball at half. So basically, if I get a field goal, I'm cool. I'm chilling because I'm up 2 possessions already. You know, so right here, I was going to try to screen. If I can get lucky, I'll get lucky. See, I tried to wait to see if my blocks will form up. They didn't. Go ahead and run the ball, you know, take it out of bounds. You know, about 6 seconds left. So at this point, I'm just looking for the end zone, you know. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm going to run, I was trying to think what play I wanted to run just to get a quick read. And I was like, well, there's no other play to run than 4 verticals. So basically, I'm just staring at R1, and I'm going to see what that safety does / cornerback. So notice he gives him a chuck. And I didn't trust it because I seen his user right there for half a second. I just didn't want to risk trying to throw that and throw a pick and not get anything. So I decided just to play it smart and just take my field goal because I get ball back. So now 17-7, you know, I'm up 10 points, and you know, I'm, like I said, any points right here, I feel like I win the game. Whether it's a touchdown or field goal, I am confident that I'll win this game just because this offense is just, I mean, it's really hard to stop. Like, the only way you can just stop yourself is if you do what I did, just fat finger a button or something, or you know, you just, I don't know, they just go crazy, or some blitz you just can't block. That might be the only way, you know. Now right here, I was actually wanting his user to stay down low, so I put a drag and an in route to keep his user down low, and that was actually my fault. I had X. I don't know. Sometimes I just don't like making those reads because I don't want to throw a pick, and definitely had X wide open though, because the user he was down low like I want him to. Just I got caught up in looking at him, so sometimes that's what you got to be careful of too, because I'm a victim of it too, as you can tell. Don't get so caught up in looking at the user. Just understand exactly where he is and then actually make a read. So right here, I should have hit triangle, but again, I got caught up looking at the user. So that is a habit that I have, and that's a habit I own up to. So if you're watching this, you know, you can kind of see my tendencies and my habits, my bad habits, you know. So that's why I don't mind doing these gameplays, because a lot of times you will learn something. So right here, I'm staring at the user, so I notice he's going to stick X, and then we're going to hit R1. So that's what I mean when I say don't stare down the user too long. That's a great job of not staring down the user too long, because like I said, I have a problem with that, and that's something I'm working on. You know, so that's what I think. I hope you guys do find value out of these type of videos. That's why I actually love doing them, you know, because it actually lets me go back and see my mistakes and see, like, you know, what I could have done better, and then on the next game or next video, you know, it'll probably be some improvement, you know, probably. You know, I still have bad tendencies, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, I actually really love recording these videos though for you guys, because it's actually kind of fun just to come on here and just kind of play, you know, with some schemes that are pretty good. Because I'm not even gonna lie to y'all don't know how aggravating it is to come up with like new schemes, basically. So I say that because I'll try to like play with teams like the Jets, the Broncos, you know, the Steelers, and a lot of times it's just really hard because this game is just set up so weird. But anyway, right here, I was so confused. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I could have sworn he's gonna sack me or something, and then I kind of like moved the pocket, but he had sent the blitz to that side. So I guess you call that was actually a good blitz though. But one thing I do like about this person though, as you guys can tell, he is constantly switching up his defense, and I have mad respect for people who do that. And I'm just glad he's not one of those I'm gonna sit in the same defense just because you're, you know, basically like a 3-3-5 wide type of person who that's the only thing they'll run just because it's meta, you know, type of defense. I have a lot of respect for people who like to kind of venture off and try different things, you know. So that's why part of the reason I had fun this game. And that's right there. If I'd have been a little bit more patient, you guys would have seen I'd have had that post route wide open for a one-play touchdown. What covers was that? Yeah, cover 2. Definitely would have, you guys seen in practice mode, that particular setup will actually beat cover 2 straight down the middle, and his user will never be able to have a chance. Now right here, I notice a Jones chuck, so I'm staring at R1. Notice I do a little inside swerve, gonna get the touchdown right there to pretty much secure this game, man. Now last little possession right here, and then after that, that's going to be the video because he is going to quit out right here. Now I was just kind of playing around with just you know, mid blitz, Well, actually 2-4-5 double leg gap, excuse me. And I was just kind of playing, but notice how we get a little instant little shed. Go and get a strip sack, and that's going to be GG's at that point, because now it is the point of no return. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. I do hope you guys have a blessed day. I'm Rage Real, and I'm out.